Hey guys, it's me, Ma Face, and a future without Betty White. Today's little dance is brought to us by coffee, in a mug given to me by my sister. Look, it fits. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross-stitch and any other damn thing I come up with. If you are a returning visitor, God, why? Why? Thank you, but why? I hope that everybody had a wonderful holiday season and that it was safe and happy for all. I have so much to get into today. I'm not sure where to start, even though I have notes. No idea where to start. I'm going to start here. This is Templar Prophecy. This is from Long Dog Samplers. And I did some things. I worked on, what did I do? I filled in some more of the cross stitching down and around here. And then I did all the back stitch, well, not all the back stitching. I did much of the back stitching. I kind of like it unfinished. It's almost like he's tattooed. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I just really did not want to move on from this section without the back stitching done, because I really am afraid that I will get to the end of this project or the end of the project and not want to go back and do it, because that is completely something that I would do. So I'm hoping if I can even now, the fact that I have done some of it means I have to do all of it. So I'm just keeping myself on track here. But I think that came out quite well. It's amazing what you can get done when you marathon Supernatural. I just recently saw the Scooby-Doo episode. I'm never going to be the same. The next thing I worked on, surprisingly, was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I actually worked on this New Year's Eve before midnight. I just kind of wanted, not a comfort stitch, but I think something that I just would feel good about putting a dent in. This is from Carriage House Sampling. And I got most of the top part of this witch done. I had her hair and like all of this was done, but I got her face and her sleeves, her spoon, and this poor bat that she's tormenting under here. I changed her skin tone. She was supposed to match this one over here. And I really don't enjoy a green-skinned witch. And the first one was a little greener than I thought it was going to be. So I figured for her, I would just change it up. And I made her the same color. I think I pulled a color from the owl and just used that. And I think she looks like she's been to Aruba. She looks like she's seen some sunshine. So that's nice. I was pretty excited to be working on this. I keep saying as soon as I finish this block, I can move on, I can move on, I can move on. You know what happens over here? It's a full coverage block. Why am I in a hurry to get there? It's like being in a hurry to get to Lowell. Apologies to people in Lowell, Massachusetts. I live in Brockton, so I'm not saying much. The next thing I worked on is from Kathy Barrick. This is And Heaven and Nature Sing. And I managed to, what did I manage to do? It really helped. It wouldn't help if I looked this stuff up first, because by the time I sit down to do this, I will have forgotten it anyway. I believe what I did is I finished this top antler and started the words. And then I've got those new these little red birds, I think, are new. And then I put in another length of thread in the body, which I still do not seem to be making a dent in, but that's okay. I bought this pattern knowing how big that animal was. I'll just keep stitching at it. I do not have to tell you how much I enjoy stitching on the 40 count mallow. It ticks all the boxes, but I think the next time I sit down to do this, what I should do is the deer head. What I think I'm going to do is either another one of these trees, because I think there's another one up here, or I'm just going to concentrate on the words, because I am burning out just a little bit on this big old beast. The animal, not the project. The next thing I worked on is White Christmas. This is by New York Dreamer, and I got a good amount done of this big old beast. This is so easy to stitch on. This is 20 count white Aida, and it is my jam. This gray is, I want to say, galvanized by somebody who I'm putting up over here, and I just like stitching with it a lot. I will be happy when it's done, because I just kind of want to get it. I actually kind of want to get it fully finished before we put Christmas away, so that I can put it away with the... Maybe I will just mount it like on a canvas board or something to have it done, and then next year when I take it out, I can kind of embellish it and give it its final form. I'm getting kind of overwhelmed with all the stuff that I'm storing in my office, so any Christmas stuff that I can put down with the Christmas stuff, I think is going to help. The next thing I worked on is not quite a finish. This is Halloween Towne from Raise the Roof Designs, and I've got all the cross stitching done. All the words, even the words that weren't in the pattern, I got everything where it should be. And then last night, I'm just seeing what you can see. I was shopping my feelings just a little bit, and I ended up on Kitten Stitcher's site. Teresa is actually, she designed this with Raise the Roof Designs. And she has the button pack. And she has the button pack on sale, which I felt had to be a sign. Of course, the fact that it was on sale for like $9 was also a sign that you can't just spend $9. So I bought something else. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Maybe we'll talk about it when they come, because I'll forget. But it's sort of a thing. Help us all. The next thing I worked on is also kind of a finish. A little bit. This is Sunflower Santa from the Sunflower Seed. And look how wee he is. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. I adore him. And I could just leave him like this, but he has some very handsome, like, whiskers that are supposed to be added in, I think, long stitches. No, not long stitches. It's something like a tassel or a fringe. I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'm just not going to do it. But I'm going to try it. But otherwise, he's ready to be tucked away for next year as well. The next thing I worked on was completely unexpected. I resurrected a whip. Not even a normal whip. This is a Mill Hill kit. Anybody remember this? I don't even remember the name. This is Wanda's Witchery. This is what it will look like. I don't even think I have like a graphic for this one. And last night I pretty much finished the cross stitch on the hat. There will be beading. There will be some back stitching. Eventually that will happen. But for right now, I guess I'm working on this again. I came across this in my shelf unit that I keep my whips in and things like that. And I said, I should pick that up and do those. I have 3 of them. It'd be nice if I finished at least one of them. So sure, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do it. And I was about half hour into it when I realized the reason I didn't do them is because I don't really like stitching on perforated paper. Which is a problem because that's kind of the whole gig of this. But we'll see how I feel about it once it's finished. I might like it better once I see the result. Do I have any new starts? Of course I do. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just all the starts all the time. It's fine. This is Miss Millie Snow. This is Teresa Miller. And I've pretty much decided that anything Teresa Miller does, I'm simply going to stitch. That's just how it's going to work. And I got a good start on her. I think my light is a little bright today. There's backstitching on the face that will give her a face. But I kind of like her like this. She's almost like one of those Amish dolls without the face on it. So I may need to make a decision once it's time to put her face on. But I am using all my own color conversion. I'm doing all Victorian mottos. So I have swapped out to use Wild Sage. That blue that you see on there is Heirloom Delphinium. I keep calling it vintage, but it's Heirloom Delphinium. We'll be using Granny's Violets. Prim Hydrangea, which I'm using as a gray, but it's kind of purpley. I'm okay with it. Cape Cod Pier. Olive Orchard. And Old Timber, which is actually only going to be used in 2 back stitches in her nose that I may or may not do. So we'll see if that gets used. You may also be oohing and eyeing over my rectangular hoop. Yeah, it's a rectangular hoop. Why it only comes in these colors of cotton candy, I have no idea. They didn't ask me. I had actually, Mark got me these for Christmas. I wanted them because I want to try using them for finishing. And my thought is I have so many rectangular and square projects that I don't like the way they look. Like, I think this looks fine in a round hoop, but it might look better in a square frame kind of thing. So I was thinking if I could get these and maybe either like wrap them with fabric or ribbon or washi tape, something like that, so that they're not pink. I could use them for finishing rectangular finishes. So I have a few sizes, but I just needed a hoop. So I figured I would use it for this because it works. And I have to say that I like this better than using a smaller round hoop. I feel like I have more room. Coffee break. You have no idea how I resist the urge to just yell, "Everybody drink." It was more fun when I used to make these videos with wine. Now I want wine. It's not wine day. I don't have points for that. Any more new starts? Of course there is. I had to start something at midnight on January 1st. So I chose, this is Alphabet and Hare freebie from La Di Da. It's on their blog, and I will link to the blog below. But I got a good start. I started in the middle, naturally. That's why the alphabet is, the way it is. And what I am using for this is the main color. The letters are Classic Colorworks Wavy Navy. The bunny is going to be Brandied Pears. And the little hearts are going to be Manor Red. And look at these 3 together. Let's see if I can. That's nice. I did a thing there. Pretty proud of it. This is 1/1 on the mystery linen, and I really need to remember with this mystery linen that it is very not even. So like you can see it mostly so far in the K. It's just kind of out of whack. There's nothing I can do about it. It will be fine once I finish it. If it's not, it's a small. I can stitch it again if I really need to, but I think it's coming out fine. It's going to be fine. It's fine. I got a little bit of haul in the past couple of weeks. This is my nest egg from 3 Owl Threads, and we will just breeze through them. This is the Classic Color Works. Shabby sheep. I don't think you can ever have too much shabby sheep. One, because it's a white that isn't like white. It's called shabby sheep. So come on. We have plum paisley, ribbon red, which is a nice red when you need a bright red, smoke, ruby slippers, sassy brass, rainy day, which I just do not get enough of, sea shelly, shrimp cocktail, and secret garden, which is a nice kind of samplery primitive green that I like. I have to check my stash, but I think I have come around to where I came in on this Thread of the Month Club. So I am going to sneeze. Hopefully editing Andrea took that out. I'm going to email Trisha and see if she is currently running any other Thread of the Months that I can get into. I know with supply issues and things like that, there aren't a lot of slots available, but you know, we'll see. Maybe if somebody's been waiting to get into Classic Color Works, we can swap. Happy mail. I got some. I got this wonderful package from Debbie. She is known as Metro Stitcher on Instagram. I will put her up here. I did not know what to expect. She had messaged me and said that she wanted to send over some 40 count fabric. And I went with yes. Because yes. And then it became, she's like, and I threw a couple of random charts in there and some floss and now you see the size of the package. She included this beautiful card, which I believe is, didn't we also, Kitten Stitcher. Yes, because it says it right here on the bottom. This is one of her cards and I love that picture. I love it so much. So I can't wait to put this somewhere. It needs to be somewhere. Shall we work our way through this pile? First, she tucked in this little skein of Moe's Sale, which I have to tell you, I was not entirely sure that Moe's Sale still existed. I haven't heard about Moe's Sale in I don't know how long, and I forgot how much I enjoyed their thread. This, I believe, is Coronation. It says it on the back, handwritten, and apparently they write slightly better than I do, but not a lot. So I think this is Coronation. So pretty. Let us work our way through the fabric first. Move these out of the way. I'm trying to put this in some sort of like, building in excitement sort of order. I'm not good at that. Oh, and she also included 2 abandoned projects, like the fabric for those abandoned projects. So this is, she had originally started the Elizabeth Hancock sampler. This is 40 count Lakeside Linen Vintage Luna. And she was doing this in the called for silks. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I'm sorry I'm showing people your stitching. And I'm not sorry because it is, look how beautiful that is. Look how pretty that is. Oh, you were doing such a wonderful job. Why did you stop? But look at this piece of fabric. Look at it. It's lakeside linen. I'm not fancy enough for this stuff. You know me and my 40 count mallow. So there's that piece, and this was the red marking sampler, 40 count lakeside linen vintage straw flower. She was doing this in Gloriana Bellagio red. First of all, can I just say the information that you keep track of? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of people who know how to function in their everyday lives. Oh, this again is so pretty. Look how pretty the stitching is. Look at that fabric. She had said that, you know, feel free to keep what you want, give away what you want, you know, pay it forward, that sort of thing, which I absolutely intend to do. But I am going to have a hard time parting with some of this fabric. So, we'll see about that. This is a piece of, this is a 1/4 yard of old colonial, and it is in a package marked Victorian motto, and I have never had Victorian motto fabric before. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? I mean, like, I've looked at all these, but look at that. And that's got the orange stripe, so that's a Zweigart base. Oh my goodness. Is anyone thinking maybe there's a Hakron Hollow in my stash that belongs on something like that? I'm thinking. What do we got here? This is also Victorian motto. This is 40 count 1/4 yard. I don't know what that says. Swad snad. All right, I will look up Victorian motto fabric names and try to put it, you know, in the place. But I don't care what it's called. I just want to stitch on it. Look at it. In real life, it's a little darker than what you're getting here and a little grayer. Not quite as beige or brown. So good. It's so good. I want to keep these in their respective packages only because I will lose track so quickly. Let's see, this is also in a Victorian motto bag. This is a 1/4 yard of Harvest. That's an unusual color for me, and I like it. Again, I feel like this is a Hakron Hollow sized, shaped like piece of fabric. And I do indeed have 2 Hakrons in my stash. They too were gifts. This may be some sort of kismet. Not It Is Kismet. I miss It Is Kismet. Diana, you out there, girl? I do see her on Instagram, so I know she is out there. So yeah, I think that may have a purpose too. Stay with your friends. It's fine. Now we've got 40 count R&R Beach Brew. Y'all, I took this out and I went, ha ha ha. That's the noise I made. Look at this for a neutral, like, this does not do it justice. It is, Can we get any sort of detail here? No. We know how it is. This is... I like this. I like this a lot. I have a thought about what I want to do with this. It kind of goes along with what I bought from Kitten Stitcher. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. By the time that comes, I will probably have forgotten what I was going to do with it. Or I will have used it for 3 other things. This is 40 count Lakeside linen. Vintage Luna. So this, I think, is the offcut from the one that she started on. So that is going to be... And this is something that I need. See, the big pieces are amazing, but I feel like I need to put a big project on it. These little guys are the ones that I like to do the smalls on. And I feel okay about just using a small piece for a small piece. Because duh. So yeah, these are really handy. Did you just hear my stomach? Sorry. The last piece of linen I have earmarked already for a project, to the point that I ordered the threads. I ordered the threads from 123 Stitch because I was shopping and I did that. This is 40 count lentil. It says Lake 015Z, so I'm assuming Lakeside linen. You can see the piece. This is a 13 by 18 piece. And it's got, you know, it's a neutral, but it has just a tiny little bit of green in it. And so I was thinking, oh, Christmas tree from All Through the Night. I ordered the Valdani threads, which are not luxurious. I mean, you know, they're fine. This called for 3 10-yard skeins, but that is over 2 on 30 count. I'm going to be doing this over 2 on 40 count. So I went with 2. Nope. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I went with 3. Either way, I'm going to have plenty. I know that I could sub out many a green for this, but looking at some close-ups online, the variegation was really, really nice. And I didn't want to take a chance that it just wouldn't be as nice with a different green. Or at least not a green that I could stand in a room and pick from. So I ordered them. So hopefully that'll be here this week. And maybe by the next video, this will be a new start. We'll see. Andrea, you said there were patterns. Oh yeah, I did. Let's see. Where should we start? We are going to start with, this is Farmhouse Christmas Horsing Around from Little House Needleworks. I do not think I'm going to keep this one, so it will go in our giveaway, I would say, pile. It's not a pile. It's just a couple of things. This is going in it. Stop explaining things, Andrea. Then there is Uncle Sam's Rickshaw. This is from Lindy Stitches. Stephanie, she's a genius. We know she's a genius. I am not entirely sure I am going to stitch this. I'm going to sit on it for a bit. I know I want to do some more summery, like I like patriotic is tough right now. Okay, it's tough, but this is whimsical enough that look at them. Look at the eagles. Yeah, I think I need to stitch this, and then after I stitch it, it will be a giveaway. So we'll put that there. I'm just taking off. I put little sticky notes on these so that I can remember who was kind enough to give them to me. And now that means that I have sticky notes I need to remove for everything. Andrea, just take it out of the plastic. This is from Rovaris, and this is from Rovaris. And I believe they just call it Life Tree. I mean, look at that. Does anyone want to talk about red silk? Anybody want to talk about red silk? I am definitely doing this. When I am done with it, I believe if Janet wants to stitch it, she may get it next. So I would not look for this as a giveaway soon, but maybe once it's all done, we'll see. But yeah, I'm stitching that. And guys, it's a paper pattern, and you know how I am with the paper patterns. That's my flailing earlier. I went online to see if I could get this pattern in a PDF. And I ended up on Etsy looking I did not realize that there is a Rovaris Etsy shop. And then there is Red Rovaris, which I guess is reserved for just these red monochrome patterns. So yeah, I was thrown by that for a little bit. I know that there are some designers that will send you the PDF if you can show that you own the pattern, but where this is now secondhand, I was kind of just willing to buy it, but I don't see it available anywhere as a PDF. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up and take a whole bunch of scans, and I will enjoy it anyway. I don't have to use Pattern Keeper for everything, right? Right? This is another one that I am definitely doing. This is Leela Studios. This is Halloween Quaker. Y'all, I was never ever going to do Halloween Quaker. Ever. I was not going to do it. And then I watched Bendy Stitching Michelle do it. And I kind of really wanted to do it. But I said, you know what? I got so many things to do. I don't need to do this. I had let it go. I had let it go in my heart. And the universe said, no, Andrea. You will be stitching this. So yes, I will be stitching this. I am thinking I'm going to either do my own conversion or, although a lot of this is in Classic Colorworks, which shouldn't be a big deal. I thought maybe it was in silks or something fancy, but I think it needs to be done on, is it Haunted? Picture This Plus Murky. It's on Murky. I think it needs to be on Murky, unless I find something I really, really like that isn't Murky. I will have to order that. And I'm going to try to not order that till like March, April, maybe. I want to maybe say I have to have one big project done before I can order the fabric for that. We'll see how long I last. But after I am done with this has also been promised out, so probably will not end up being a giveaway, at least not anytime soon. And lastly, the cutest little pattern in the bunch is going to be today's giveaway. This is For the Love of a Cat by Kit and Bixby. Hold on. Look at these cats. Look at them. Oh my God. So here was my first thought when I saw this. I said, Andrea, you know what you're going to do? You're going to do just like the little kitties, you know, in their little strip there. And you're going to change the colors so that one of them is gray and white. Like you can make this guy gray and white. And then this guy's going to be all gray. And it's going to be Dante and socks. And you're totally going to do that. And you know what? I'm not. I know I want to. I'm not gonna. It's just not. I know me. And I just think this is so cute that somebody could stitch this up quick and have it, you know, with all those hearts and things. You could have it for Valentine's Day. The kitties are the love of your life. That's fine. Fur babies are our family and you can love them. So I am going to use this as today's giveaway. I am going to remind Editing Andrea to put the rules in here. Thank you. And I will choose a winner the day before I record next, which I think is going to be January like 14th, something like that. Let's say the 14th is a cutoff. We don't usually run into issues where people are like, I wanted to enter and couldn't. There will be a cutoff. It's just before I record next. For the most part, 3 days after I post will be like the last entries I get. So I'm not too worried. Please be 18. Please fill out the Google form. This isn't one of those things where you have to comment or anything like that. You don't have to be a subscriber because I can't make you do that. I do notice that also watching Michelle that we are now saying that, you know, this is not affiliated with YouTube at all. This is just me giving a thing away. It's not a contest. I am just purging something from my own personal stash. And that is it. That is all the stitching stuff. That is not all the stitching stuff. I have to show off the other thing that I got for Christmas. I got a new sewing bag. I saw this on Amazon, and I have to say, you know how stuff can look on Amazon. They really made it look like it was kind of more solid than it is, but I think I can fix that with just a strip of, like, I could take a cereal box and kind of just put a strip of cardboard around so it doesn't squash down when it's not full. But you remember, long ago, I made the prototype for my tool roll that I put all my stuff in and move around the house with it. And I was kind of just ready for something else. And so now what I have is like, this is the top of it opened. So this just sits next to me on the table while I'm downstairs stitching. It's got my needle case, it's got extra needles, it's got clips, I also got fancy new shiny scissors, because who doesn't need fancy new shiny scissors? The first improvement that I made to this was I put a whole bunch of magnets attached all over the place so that everything just doesn't slide around. But it holds everything, and it holds it so that the things that I use all the time are at the top, and then the stuff that I need once in a while but not as often, like the seam ripper or regular needles or whatever the heck else is in here. Let's find out. Extra highlighters and my Twizzler. Roll of tape. Don't at me. Don't at me. This is how I get things to stay on my scroll rods. Don't at me. But I'm hoping this makes me a little more portable so that I can go to Stitch New England and maybe do one of their Saturday, you know, stitch-ins, or I forget how she puts it. But it's in shop stitching all day long. All day long. What more could I ask for? All day long. So definitely want to do that. Need to be mobile, need to be able to bring a couple of projects in a small case This has also got enough room at the bottom to put the new well, it's a power supply. I don't know that it's uninterruptible, but this past fall, early fall, we had a series of days where we had no power. We have one of those battery backups, but unfortunately over the years it just died and it wouldn't charge anymore. So when we went to use it, there was no juice. So got a new one for the house, but it's only like yay big. So it now fits in here, which means I could take it with me and power my tablet. Because Pattern Keeper, we're back to that. So yes, so this is definitely one of my scores for Christmas. I will link this and the scissors and any of the other things that I think that was it. Oh, the square hoops down below. They will be affiliate links, just so you know. I will make my 37 cents if you shop, kind of thing. I'm going to end this video with a walkthrough of my Christmas decor. I really only did the first floor and I didn't get to decorate, really like finish decorating. I just ran out of energy and we never put the bins from, you know, all the Christmas decorations off into another room. So I didn't really get to do the walkthrough that I wanted, but that's a little brief 2-minute walkthrough, and hopefully it is the last of the Christmas music that you will hear this year. Well, until what, October, when they start playing it again. So I will insert that here, and then when it's done, I will say goodbye. Wasn't that fun? Oh my God. Really, the only thing I needed this year was those new Christmas lights on the tree. We did end up getting an individual, like an unlit tree, and then buying that string of lights to go on it. They are run by an app, and you can make it do like anything. Any color, any pattern, any like strobing or blinking or fading effect, all kinds of things. I will link that below as well. They are not cheap, and it will be an affiliate link. So just so that we're all clear, that might be 67 cents that I get off one of those. But just so we're clear. I think that is about it for me this week. I think we did a hell of a video, kids. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. I see you with the dislike button out there. I see you. And thank you for your comments. I read every single one of them, and I appreciate them, as I appreciate you. Thank you for being my community. Bye, guys.